Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. This is the second video of my idea about interviewing a singer. I have a full list of questions from you guys here, and we're just waiting for my great friend, soprano Anna Princeva. I hope it will work out, the technical. Um, Hello? Oh, there's something with the internet. It's repeating what I'm telling. Hmm. Okay, we're waiting for Anna Princeva. I hope it works. No. So, can you hear me? Can you see me? Yes, you can. All right, so I will start again. I mean, my friend should come in a couple of minutes. Anna Princeva is a great soprano. She will sing. Here she is. So she will tell you herself. Hinzufügen? Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. So, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great.
Can you?
I can. So, I hope we have the right technical setting and format, but I think it looks good. So, we have two followers who are watching us.
Nice. Hi, guys.
Hi guys, and this is my great friend Anna Princeva, a wonderful soprano. Actually, I was planning to make this video in April as I was visiting her in Tenerife, but we had such a great vacations that I completely forgot about work.
The great vacation is when you totally forget about work.
This is it, exactly. That's why we are making this online. So, Anna, I have a full list of questions from the followers about your job and career and everything. But first, maybe you could tell us a couple of words about yourself, how you became the opera singer, and where you sing now, or maybe your following months and so on.
My name is Anna Princeva, and I'm about 15 years in a career. I'm soprano, and I'm singing all around the world. Just finished my project in Royal Opera House, and going next week to Gleinboard Festival. Out of this, Berlin and Hamburg, and good theaters. I love it. I became an opera singer for Case. I was a pianist, and then I actually was not interested into singing. And then I had to go to listen to operas to write a review for college. And after that, I didn't see any reason to be a musician if not singing those two operas.
Wow.
Exactly. So I just moved to Italy. I studied there, and then I started my career in Europe.
Yeah. So this is I think that there is one question I really would like to um you to answer. Maybe if you have the answer, is there something like genetic opera voice, and can you recognize this already in children or not?
I don't think there is a genetic opera voice. There's definitely more or less predisposition for
Mm-hmm.
singing.
Mm-hmm.
like in a good pitch hearing and stuff. But I think you can pretty much singing with any kind of natural talent with a
Mm-hmm.
good technique.
Yeah.
Obviously, there is like people like Lise Davidson, for example, who just have huge voice from the nature, and you can't do anything.
No.
But there, you can't say in people like 6, 7 years old that they have an operatic voice or a pop voice. They just have voice, and
They
you can
just have
do
voice.
whatever you want. Yes,
Yeah.
with your voice. Yeah.
Okay. And there is a question from a follower. Is 38 years old, is that too old to start like a new chapter, like changing Fach from baritone to tenor? What do you think about this age? Can you start new? I mean, he is already a singer. Is that possible, or is that too late? Like, honest answer.
I just sang with Sir John in London, Turandot, and he started his career pretty much very, very successful career as a baritone.
Mm-hmm.
And just 5 years ago, he decided he wants to be a tenor. And he is the world famous tenor right now.
Okay.
One of the few tenors who can sing the really difficult Fach, difficult repertoire like Turandot and
Mm-hmm.
Aida, and
Mm-hmm.
probably he will be able in some years to sing Otello. Um, I think that it's never a bad decision to change from baritone to tenor. My opinion, it's the best decision if you can. If you can, it's definitely the right decision to do.
Uh-huh.
The age doesn't have any matter. And if you are 38 years old, probably you have more chances to not break break down, and mentally, physically, and emotionally, because if you're singing already, what this world is, and the pressure that tenor has, it's even more,
Yeah.
obviously. Technical difficulties are more and higher.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really good decision to change. And if you can, there are really, if you are baritone, actually, I'm pretty sure you're going to be the tenor who won't sing Nemorino, but probably you will sing
Dramatic
um,
stuff. Yeah.
dramatic
Yeah.
Aida or maybe Wagner or something like this. And there are
Exactly.
no many tenors who's doing this. So you don't have to be Franco Corelli
Yeah.
to do that. You probably will have a lot of work, very well paid, and
I
probably will
see.
find very,
Yeah.
very easily an agent who will want to sell you for this Fach.
The question would be a practical second question from the same person. How should I
Yeah.
manage this? Because for the almost all the contests and competitions are already like, you know, the time is past. So I'm too old for contests and competitions. So how to manage to start the career then from scratch?
From scratch. So it totally doesn't matter
Mm,
about competitions and contests. You just prepare your new repertoire. You
mm-hmm.
need to have five, six, better seven
There is.
really important arias
Mm-hmm.
for auditions, and you
Mm-hmm.
start to write to agents,
Yeah.
to maybe start to write medium agents for
Mm-hmm.
for the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and saying, I am dramatic tenor, I'm singing this, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to audition with you, and starting like this, then you will have some work, maybe in minor theaters at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then, but this, I'm pretty sure it's really, really fast, the career of the baritone who turned into tenor.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Very nice. Could you explain your real, like your job reality? Because I think the people have a lot of imaginations how this job is. You know, the romantic fantasies about this kind of career. Yeah. And what is the reality of the career of a freelance opera singer?
I guess that all depends from your personality and
Yeah.
family status. If you are single, if you have a family, maybe you have children, what how old your children are, because I think I went through many different phases of being opera singer. Being opera singer in general is difficult work because you are living outside of your comfort zone 24/7. Your voice is never stable. It's not like pianist, sorry. I'm
Not
obviously kidding.
exactly.
I'm obviously kidding, but if you play sol on the piano,
There
yeah,
is a soul.
it will play sol. But if you're singing in your wardrobe sol, that doesn't mean that now on the stage in 10 seconds later you will sing the same sol. You always like wondering what's gonna happen next, what's gonna happen next 10 seconds, you know. Yeah, it's really
Exactly.
stressful. Being opera singer is very stressful, and you're traveling a lot, and in every new country, new city, it's like starting from the scratch,
Yeah.
from like basic things like where to buy food and where to go to have a coffee.
Yeah.
That all takes a lot of energy, obviously. And
Yeah.
then every 6 weeks are new colleagues, new conductor, new theater, and you have to be,
Notifications. Yeah.
yeah, diplomatic enough and calm enough to be ready to adapt to the situation.
Totally.
When you're young and you like this all and it's all exciting, probably it's easier. But when your kid's small and they're traveling with you, it's harder, but still okay. And because you're coming home and you have your kid and all everything okay. Okay, then kids starting to go to school and you're traveling alone, and you lose all their first times.
Yeah.
First time like drawing something from the school, first time exhibition at school, first
Yeah. Everything.
going through this now, this year, and it's really difficult, and that makes me re um, the whole preciousness of what I do
Yeah.
against my family. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So that's not easy. That's not easy.
that's difficult. That this theme, I think, that would deserve a whole separate video about how to manage family life and opera career.
Yeah,
I think we will do
absolutely.
this one, but not today.
Good. Yeah,
let's let's stay general with the questions. This is
yeah.
and the next question is quite a delicate one, but I think that's one of the most interesting ones because the people just think about these things,
Hmm.
but they don't often like they don't speak about this. How important are the social connections in the opera field? Can someone still be successful if they struggle with social cues but work really hard on their music?
Social connections are really important,
Yeah.
but maybe it's more important for your agent.
If you have one, yeah, but still, I mean, you come into the team and you you have to communicate with the directors,
Absolutely.
with everybody, right?
Look, your voice, your skills, your musical preparation, worth nothing without your communication skills
Voilà.
and without your strategic thinking,
Yeah.
um, and without your diplomatic skills.
Yeah.
You can be the best singer in the world, but if you are uncomfortable colleague or you don't know how to talk to the management of the theater,
Yeah.
then you probably will sing for some time, but
Hmm.
then you will sing less and less and less.
Yes, absolutely.
Obviously, the same thing around. If you're super social and you can be a PR manager or something and you
Yeah.
can't sing really,
Yes.
same story. It doesn't work like this.
Yeah.
So it has to be really full package. Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah. I've
Hmm.
seen this type of colleagues myself, which were musical, smart, good voices, interesting types, but because they had some struggling with this, kind of being nice, yeah, being
Mm-hmm.
very polite and diplomatic, they yeah, the people didn't invite them again.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, that's true. So let's talk a little bit about practicing and habits.
yeah.
Somebody asked, what is the most important habit to build to become a professional singer? So I think this is a question from some young person, maybe who starts the career. Like a tip for young people, what is the very important habit you think you have
The
to?
most important habit that a lot of singers, uh, professional singers, talking about this, and I
Hmm.
totally agree, is to trust and enjoy the process. You will spend the most of your life in the practicing room.
Yeah,
That's it, and you have to enjoy it.
yeah,
The skill to enjoy your practice, and
yeah,
that's will guide you to a success,
yes.
because that's the only way to improve. That's the
Hmm.
only way to enjoy what you do,
Hmm.
and to give this joy to the people who will come to see actually the show.
Yeah.
That's
The
the only
show
way.
is very little part of the whole process, right? Uh,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It reminds me a little bit on bodybuilders, to go to the stage and to show the beautiful or the right body, yeah, in the contest is a result of training every day for 2 3 hours of like,
Yeah.
right,
And how many things they are not doing,
and
you
how many
know.
things are they are not do,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's exactly where you can't really drink alcohol. You're not supposed to
Yes,
smoke. Well, mostly,
yes.
yes. And you can't eat milk products, chocolate products, tomato, because of the
Mm-hmm.
reflux of some people,
Exactly.
and not being on the sun before the
Mm-hmm.
show, being in sauna. So you have to be really strict and devoted to
That's it. Yeah.
what you're
So
doing.
how do you protect your voice before performance? What are you doing and what are you not doing?
I'm not doing what I'm not doing. As I said, no alcohol, no milk or chocolate during the performance.
Yeah.
Um, Recently, after my injury, I discovered that many singers helping themselves to keep humidified vocal cords, and it's just with saline solution
Hmm.
and nebulizer,
Yeah.
and that helps a lot. And I really recommend to do that. I
Hmm.
recommend to do it maybe before the show,
Yes.
and then between the shows, not maybe every day. Depends how much you're working. You can feel it, but don't do that all the time,
Hmm.
please, because it's not a natural thing. Just drink a lot of water, and when you need it, when you have a show, when your vocal cords really dry, because obviously we are inhaling a lot of air while we're singing, and we're singing a long time, so they are drying out, and the most of the theaters are really dusty, so the dust is also coming onto your vocal cords and drying them out. So be just, common sense people.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Thank you. This is an interesting question about singers from the past century. I mean, we know there were plenty of great masters of opera singing with so many amazing recordings of the great singers of the past century. How do you keep
Hmm.
up with the pressure to perform or to sound as they did? I don't know if you think about the masters from the past, but I mean, of course, there is a certain level we are happy to hear today through the recordings. So, what do you think about this?
I think we can't really trust recordings. especially from those days, from 20s, 30s, yeah. Maybe from 50s, 60s, we can understand kind of what it was like,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think we really understand how they sounded in the theater with the orchestra, because those recordings are, the quality is not good enough, and then they cleaned the recording, so they put the sound of the voice forward, the
Mm-hmm.
orchestra back,
Of
and
course.
it's not the natural sound of their voice. We can talk about technique. You can hear the passaggio. I'm talking now from sopranos, obviously.
Of
The
course.
passaggio to chest voice, they were using more chest voice that is used to in modern times. Yes,
Uh-huh.
the passaggio is so smooth, and the high notes not squealing and squeaking like sometimes this
Mm-hmm.
today. It's all warm and soft and smooth, and you can like try to understand how they did this. But I have to say, I don't feel any pressure to perform like this
Mm-hmm.
because I am not them.
Yeah.
I didn't have the teachers,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I'm trying to sound my best I can with my vocal cords, with my body,
Yeah.
with my.
Yes.
They also didn't have the pressure of continuing flight and
No.
psychological pressures
That's
and
yes.
preparing 5 roles in the same time and
Exactly.
performing four roles in the same 2 months.
Yes. Yes.
Um, and the whole
Mm-hmm.
industry of opera singing or today is completely different.
It changed a lot,
So
huh? So they didn't have like it was not required from them to be great actors, for example. They were just standing there and singing, so they could
yeah,
totally concentrate on the technique and everything. And today we're like, when you go on the stage, you do everything and more, right?
yeah, I'm agree with being an actress on the stage
Mm-hmm.
at those times. It wasn't as important as today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is very important thing because I think the industry 50 years ago was much more singer friendly, right? It was not so intense like today. They had definitely they had more time for regeneration between the shows, for sure, for
Absolutely,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, they were more protected, and yeah. So,
We can't really compare
hmm.
because the world was different. The
Yes.
world was slower, and
Yeah.
important things were different.
Hmm.
What the people were going to the theater for different reason than today. So that's the reality of today, and we just have to adapt and live in
Yeah.
this reality. It's
Absolutely.
just, and it's your decision if you want to keep up with being super star and being everywhere, or you
Hmm.
just want to be work in a stable theater and
Exactly.
have your 28 shows,
Yes.
or you want to be freelancer, decide to work twice a year. That's your choice,
Yes.
your
And
decision.
every choice has its own price, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Plus and then minus, you always say.
pluses and minuses, exactly. So
Mhm.
let's look on couple of questions about being on the stage and rehearsing. Uh somebody asked, what happens when you do not agree, when you do not like the stage direction of the opera? So you are in a production and you are not happy with your stage director. Can you give suggestions, and how are you dealing with the situations?
Well, I think the most important thing is keep calm.
Yeah.
Keep calm. Don't make a scene. Don't like throw the clavier and go and smash the door.
Yes.
You can say, "Can I talk to you after rehearsal and in the break?" Blah blah blah. And I'm pretty sure that any director will be open to talk to you and just say, "Well, listen, I don't understand this. I'm not agree with this." And most important thing, you have to propose your idea, and you have to be convinced about your idea. So you say, "I don't want this. I don't understand because I think." that my personality is like this. In my experience, almost every director would say, okay, let's try. And his director, obviously, he might have his reason to accept or not accept your proposal. And if you are really, 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 really don't want to do what he says, you can go to company management to talk about this, or you can leave. I know the colleagues who leave
Yeah.
productions because they not agree. Yeah,
You just said he. So we are like we
I
are
worked
thinking
only
about
once.
male stage
Yeah,
directors.
yeah. I work only once. Okay, twice with a female director,
There
but
are
most of
some.
them,
Yeah.
in my experience, yeah, were men.
Yeah, there are still more men. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think the more at the moment I hear more and more about female directors. So,
Yeah. Mhm.
in your experience, was it more easy to work with or not
With a man or with female?
with a female?
No,
No, no.
no. Um, I feel like women
Hmm.
director have more um, clearer idea about what they're doing,
Okay,
and they are less flexible.
okay.
But it's my experience with
Hmm.
with the people. Maybe we just weren't the same idea about what we were doing. But still, you can always talk. You can always talk.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true. And here
that's
we would be
easy.
back to the social skills, right? So
Exactly.
how good can you communicate? Yeah, how diplomatic you are, how polite. Yeah, that's very important. That's true. Anna, how do you? Yeah,
I think that's the bit everything you want.
yeah, yeah. How do you communicate
Mm.
nonverbal maybe to the conductor on the stage when you would like to breathe, or maybe you feel for a bit slightly different tempo? What are you doing?
Okay, guys, the biggest secret about the conductors. You have to, at the beginning, the first two rehearsals, you have to make them sure you are looking at them. They getting really frustrated and nervous if they can't see your eyes, if they don't see your eye contact. If you do make them feel comfortable, like to say not verbal, yes, this not verbal communication with your eyes, you're saying, I see you, I am following you, I'm always with you can count on me. Okay, then after that, if he's sure that you are with him, he won't be nervous anymore, and he won't be strict about look at me all the time, so you can do your stuff.
Yeah.
That's the big secret. You just have to, like, like kids, you have to make them sure that you're there for them.
Yes. So
And that's
show
it.
big
So
eyes, big eyes.
look at them,
Yes.
yes.
That's right. That's right.
That's it. That's very important for conductors. They are holding in their hands all this big, massive musical material, and they
Yeah,
have to make sure that everybody are together. So the
of
whole
course.
orchestra, the whole
Of course.
singers, everybody.
Of
And
course.
when he's showing you something, he needs to be sure that you will see it.
You will see. Yeah.
So that's why.
Okay.
That's why. Yeah.
Okay. 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 And if, let's say, if you're rehearsing and maybe with the piano even, and if you like really have different ideas about the tempo in the aria or something, how then can you ask, how can you move the conductor to help you?
Well, you try to move.
Yeah.
If you want to be faster, you try to move. Some conductors is following you, some not. Or you want to slow down,
Muscle.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work, not verbal, non-verbal, then after rehearsal, don't do it in rehearsal in the front of everybody. After rehearsal, you can come and you say, I had in mind this because again, give him a reason, because I have not enough breath here, or I want to show this, or my line, I feel like the line goes like this and this. And you can talk to him. And at some, in my experience, guys, I have to say, um, there was, I think, two conductors who were just stubborn or on what they wanted to do. And I talked to them, and I talked even not too diplomatically, but they still did what they wanted, even in the show. And it was like I sang in the show what I wanted, he conducted what he wanted. It's not nice for not nobody. It's not nice.
Yeah.
But you can die. You can't die on the stage because of the conductor. You
Yeah.
can't. Because the people watching you, listening to you,
Oh, connection is. Hello? Oh, I feel like. Anna, do you hear me? Hello? Sorry, guys. I think there is something with the internet connection, probably in Tenerife. So I don't hear you anymore. Hmm. Hannah? Anna. Oh. So, guys, I'm so sorry for this interruption. Actually, we were almost finishing, but I think the internet connection of Anna is just away. So I will wait here for 2 or 3 more minutes. Maybe she will come back. Actually, I would like to finish this last question and maybe talk about the final one and then say big thank you to Anna that she found the time to talk with us and for us. She will start the production of Falstaff in Glyndebourne in, I think, in June. So she's just preparing the role and enjoying time with her son and with her family. I am afraid it's not working. So there are 5 people watching. Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry for this situation. Please stay with us. I try to figure out what's happening. I'm not going away. She's texting me that her device was too hot from the sun. She will return to us in a minute. This is the technique. I saw her sitting at her pool in Tenerife. It can become quite warm there under the sun. So sometimes it's not so good for the electronic devices. I think it was a very interesting dialogue till now, especially about social issues. They're very helpful. So Anna is back. Hello, Anna, you're back.
my iPhone couldn't do any more under the sun of Canaries.
Yeah. It can become very warm, I remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we are going in the basement now.
Okay, amazing. So actually, I was almost through our list.
Oh, okay.
But that was very interesting
Just a
answer
second,
of you.
sweetie. Just a
Yes.
second. I will finish and I will talk to you. Sorry, guys, it's
Oh,
my
I
son.
recognize that voice.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, we were talking about the communication with the conductor, and I think the basement still doesn't have such a good connection. Hello, hello. Wait, you were here. So could you repeat just about the communication with the conductor in the rehearsals and in the stage?
Yeah, what I said about conductor is that you have to the conductor.
Exactly, and you were talking
That's the
about
whole
that
thing.
you would not die on the stage if the conductor is not doing
Oh yeah,
thing you want.
that's right. You can't die on the stage because the people who's watching and listening, they're listening to you. And if you don't have enough breath or you will injure yourself for some reason, that's your problem. That's not the problem of the conductor who decided that he wants it slower. He's not singing.
That's a
So
cruel truth.
you
Yeah,
have to fight for yourself until the end. And
yeah,
if some conductors really don't understand that, you do your stuff on the stage.
yeah,
And yes, it's not nice. It's not nice, but that's the only way to survive.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I think we did the whole list of the questions.
Mhm.
I let out some questions about how you practice and prepare the role, because you told us in the beginning of the video that you are a pianist. Well, I know you are a pianist, so you
Yes.
probably don't have any difficulties to prepare musical material.
Mhm.
Um, I would I would ask you the final question, because many people wrote this. What would be your tips, your advices for young singers, maybe students or maybe alumni, for the beginning of this career today?
Don't be scared of anything.
Oh,
Don't put yourself into doubt or question. Never. You need to understand at the beginning of your career that there will be no point when you will be singing perfectly, finally ready to go for an audition or for agency or for the theater. It will never happen. Never. The point you are today in, it's exactly the right point to start to do whatever you want to start to do. I'm
mhm.
singing with colleagues who are extremely prepared and who are underprepared on
Yeah,
the same stage in the same,
yeah,
and it doesn't harm nobody. It's just where they are at the moment, at that moment. So if you are 22 and you think, oh, I'm not ready yet to go,
nice one.
that's my son. I'm
Hello.
not ready yet to go and to show myself to a big competition.
Mhm.
No, just go. Tyson, it's my microphone. No, just go and try. If you have, or for some reason, for other reason, they are to win or to go to final, like selection. It's not because you're bad. It's because you still need to learn, maybe, or maybe it's not your competition, or maybe you didn't find a person who believes in you and will give you a chance. But you have to keep trying
Yeah,
everywhere, everywhere. That was my big mistake at the beginning of the career. I was scared that I'm not uh, ready yet,
yeah,
and I lost a lot of occasions that I should have taken.
okay,
If you guys have money to travel, if you have money to take 2 nights in a hotel and go for any competition, just go. Because
Go.
in every competition, there are not thousands, but hundreds of people who listens to you
Mhm.
and who can come to you and say, look, you're amazing. I want you in my production. Or
Mhm.
look, come to me. I am an agent and we can start something. That's your occasion every single day. Do it.
Got it.
Just do it.
Got it.
Мама, я случайно кончилась лил.
Ничего, зайчка. Я сейчас закончу и приду, окей?
Okay, I think the family time is calling you, so we will
I think
finish
so.
here. Thank you so much
Great.
for finding this time. I really appreciate it. I am sure that the followers will enjoy this interview very, very much. When is
Thank
your
you for
first?
inviting me.
Thank you. When is your first performance of Falstaff in Glyndebourne?
I think it's like 13th of July. I might be
Yes,
wrong, but
exactly.
somewhere there.
Somewhere in July. So if somebody comes to Glyndebourne, the whole July, there are Falstaff recordings. You have a chance to hear Anna as Alice.
Guys, it's 11 performances the whole July and whole August. Please come. It's an amazing venue, Glyndebourne Festival,
Beautiful.
famous, amazing venue. And if somebody wants to have a coffee with me, maybe I can find some
Aha!
time.
Okay. Coffee with Anna Princeva. It's worth it. It's worth to go to Glyndebourne.
You
I will
pay.
tell you
You
that.
pay though.
Well, thank you very much. And yeah, see you
Okay.
soon then.
See you. Thank you. Bye,
Goodbye, Anna.
guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
So great.